We hadn't done anything in 9 years.
I know.
He's waking up from a coma now.
I don't know how much on my phone. I got money on my phone.
I'm sorry.
I got money on my phone. I don't know.
What is that? John West, his attorney, waive a formal reading of this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. Can we proceed in summary?
We can, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm?
In the pursuit of truth, we analyze the law. This is Justice Clash 24.
This sovereign citizen blamed his probation officer for a problem that lasted nearly 10 years.
In summary, this motion states that on November 6, 2017, in this court, you were sentenced to 5 years in prison.
No, Your Honor, he was sentenced to 2
So,
years.
hold on. What was it? This is you were placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation for 5 years. You weren't found guilty, and that was in 2017. That deferred or unadjudicated probation has been continued through the years. And here we are today, and he's still on deferred or unadjudicated probation, correct, everybody?
Just the order.
Is that true, sir? All right. Allegation 2 states you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the moral recognition therapy program as directed by the probation office. That's a violation of condition 29 of your deferred or unadjudicated probation order. And that states enter and successfully complete moral recognition therapy, comply with all rules and regulations of the program, and pay all associated costs. That was an order that you signed and I signed back on November 2017, when I was just almost a teenager. Is all of this true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading true to allegation number 2 voluntarily and because it is true as it is alleged?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that a voluntarily and knowingly made plea of truth to one or more violations of probation, that is enough to grant motion to revoke probation? Your probation could now be revoked. You can now be found guilty and sentenced up to the full range for this state jail felony, which is no less than 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail. You have 162 days credit already. Understanding all of that, do you insist on pleading true today? What does anybody want to say?
I think, can I ask my client some questions, Your Honor?
He's under oath.
Yes. Mr. Hopkins, you never finished this moral recognition therapy. Is that true?
Yeah, I went, but I never finished.
Okay. Tell the court about that. What happened? What went on?
When I went, they gave me the book. Then he said he was going out of money.
Did you hear him okay? You need to speak loud.
A little louder and clearer.
I went, I got the book the first time, and he said he was going on vacation.
So who's he? Say he.
Oh, I don't know. I can get his name.
The person that was conducting the class?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And he gave you the booklet and then told you he was going out of town?
Yeah, he went on vacation. He said he was going on vacation.
Okay. And did he come back from vacation?
I never talked to him again.
And did you talk with your probation officer about getting the class again? Because you've been on probation you ordered to do this a long time ago, is that correct? You ever followed back through with this to take care of it?
Yeah, I asked her. She gave me a note to call. They never answered.
So it's his fault? It's his fault. It's the probation officer's fault that it's taken you 8 years to not do anything on this requirement.
And the class they never had another class.
So it's somebody else's fault. They never had a class, so it's somebody else's fault.
Yes, sir.
That's your, okay.
The class.
Wait, hold on. What's the probation say about that? Is it your fault?
No, Your Honor.
Oh.
We actually referred him online as well to do the class. And the providers usually reach out to them. And I'm assuming he never answered, got in contact with them because he never.
Who's the probation? Who's his direct probation officer?
Me.
Okay. Oh, you've interacted with this man about all of this?
Yeah.
Well, the lady is here who's your supervisor.
Yeah,
She's saying it's your fault.
the paper that I reached out to them, but they never reached back out to me. The paper she gave me.
What do you mean you reached out to them? This is your responsibility to
The
complete.
class that I'm supposed to take,
Uh-huh.
I reached out to them. She gave me a number to call them, but they never called back.
How does this work?
So we refer them to PDS. It's online.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Play like I don't know the initials stand for something.
It's personal development seminars. We
Okay.
refer him there.
Yeah.
Write down all his information, the name, his address, phone number. I email it to them and they get in contact with him. Now it's up to him to answer the phone. If he doesn't answer the phone or doesn't reach back, then they can't ever schedule the class.
And this has been your experience as, you've been a probation officer for how long now?
4 years now?
And this is your experience in all cases, where moral recognition therapy is required, which is in many cases.
Yes, sir.
This is the way it works all the time.
Yes, sir.
How many problems in the thousands of cases that we've handled over 4 years, how many problems have we had where the defendant says, oh, well, I did all I can. They never reached out to me.
Not many.
Well, I mean, does it happen?
No.
Okay. It doesn't happen. Congratulations. We have 5,000 probationers. You're the only one who can't seem to communicate, but it's your requirement. You signed a plan, you signed a contract when you were placed on probation. And what happens is you got to put out the effort. So, and here's the problem is that we made I gave you a chance a while back. We had a hearing on this, and back in October of 2022, where you failed to report, failed to provide verification of performing community service, and failed to complete the theft prevention class, and failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing moral recognition therapy. That's going on 4 years ago. And he hadn't done a thing since this last hearing of 4 years ago?
For that moral
For that moral correct?
No, you're
No. That's 45 months have gone by. That's 30 days. 1,300 days. And you couldn't squeeze it into your busy schedule? You see anything wrong with that? You're nodding. She has to take something down. Yes?
Yes, I do.
Okay. On balance, Ms. Vega, on balance for the defendant, how's he doing on all the other stuff? The other requirements, he's just probation. Is this just the only thing he's not doing right, or are there other problems? I know there's money problems. And I'm a little, unless somebody's going to convince me that he's got money that he's not paying.
We're not concerned about the money, Judge.
But I am, because it's an order of this court. But if they're unable to pay, that is a defense, and I honor that. Is he able to pay as far as you know money, or are you working somewhere?
At the moment.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to get hired when you got some problems here, criminal
I'm
problems.
gonna get my tweet card.
See them. You've been on probation now going on 9 years, almost a decade, and we're still having problems. See? And this moral recognition therapy is very important because it's a class that helps you make the right decisions. You seems like you're not making the right decision. We're in the same situation we're in. Let me ask you, are you employed now?
No, sir. I was
Sir?
No, sir. I was
No.
taking the class for.
Okay. What's your education status?
I graduated
From
Memorial High School.
From high school. After high school graduation, what have you done for education? Anything?
No, I was
No.
taking the
Okay.
IT class.
Okay. So what do you do during the day? When you're not in jail? What do you do during the day?
Like with my uncle cutting grass.
Cut grass? Okay. How's that going?
It was going good.
Well, how much do you make in a year?
He just paid me $20 like a yard.
Okay, 20. Okay, how many yards do you cut in a month? 20 yards? 20?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay, and it's $20 each? That's 400 times 12. That's
4,800.
4,800.
Think I'm not good at math.
Are you filing income tax returns on that money?
Yeah, I was filing it.
You file?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we want copies of your tax returns. Can you get them to her tomorrow?
Yeah, I can.
Where are they?
You want my phone?
You keep your tax returns in your phone.
Yes, on my email.
Oh, electronically filed. Okay.
Yeah, well, good luck when your phone gets
Well,
taken or something, huh? How do you, the IRS doesn't find that amusing.
well,
Anyway, that's your problem.
yeah.
What do we want? Okay, what else on this case? We're going to move forward here. He's, from the very get-go, he was charged with burglary of a building.
Oh.
And where are we on, was there any restitution owed in this?
There was, Your Honor.
Is there still owed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How much?
4,448.
What was the amount at
That
the
was the
beginning?
amount.
That one.
Wait, he's making $4,800 and he can't get one dime to the victim? Are you kidding me?
I was gonna chop your pay when I got my ankle tagged.
Oh, you think it's been, how long you been on probation? 8 years. We're going to wait on you? You were supposed to do it immediately, start paying something back. No, it's all about, this one is, the victims don't matter. It's all about you. That's why you got in trouble for first.
The judge wanted to know why a required class was never completed, but every answer seemed to shift responsibility somewhere else. As the timeline grew, the courtroom frustration became impossible to ignore, and then the judge started doing the math.
No, I don't like this.
Your Honor, another option we have, besides sending him to prison right now, is he's on deferred. You could revoke his probation or deferred and place him on regular probation to pay the restitution back, see if it happens, and there's more recognition therapy. And if it doesn't, then prison is the only option. But right now, we have another option between that.
You mean like we hadn't done anything in 9 years?
I know.
He's waking up from a coma now?
I'm just giving options that if the court was trying to get the restitution, that's another option we could do.
Okay. What state asking for? I can sense Mr. Ham's frustrated.
Oh,
Yeah,
We all are.
I understand.
Then the victim is, I'm sure.
Judge, I would like to ask you to revoke him based upon his plea of true count 2. I would ask that whatever punishment that you give him, that we add the restitution to the judgment there. I think that's the best way to resolve this because of the
Terrible. Not.
well, it's horrible that he's done that, Judge. But the bottom
Yeah,
line
no, it's
is
terrible
kind
that the people hadn't been paid back, but he's bragging about how much money he's making.
my frustration with him is with the state jail felony. I'm not sure that we can. I think we've done all we can do underneath the legal requirements of the time frame we can work with him on this probation.
What's his restitution? How much?
$4,448. Not from the state judge.
Okay, so we're going on this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation here, I guess. The one that was trying to get the most recent one.
That's it. The last
The one in 24?
Yes, sir.
All right. And this, in summary, this motion to revoke probation states that on November 6, 2017, in this criminal district court of Jefferson County, Texas, you were placed on 5 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for burglary of a building, a state jail felony. Is all of that true and correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And allegation 2 states you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the moral recognition therapy program as directed by the court in the probation office. Have you failed to do that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading true to that voluntarily and because it is true?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you understand that a voluntarily and knowingly made plea of true to one or more violations of probation, that is enough to grant a motion to revoke probation? Your probation can be revoked. You can now be found guilty and sentenced up to the full range of punishment for a state jail felony. And that's no less than 180 days up to 2 years in a state jail. Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true today?
Yes, sir.
I find you are pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true. 3 states you failed to pay court-assessed fees as directed. As of September 23rd, 2024, you were in arrears $9,234. My primary concern is you were ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $4,448. What is the total amount of amounts the defendant has paid over the course of his probation?
$1,421.
Okay. And that's over since 2017.
Yes, sir.
And I think we talked about that. We're going, that's going on 10 years and 120 months. And over that period of time, each month, well, you're making what, $4,800, what, per month? Is that what we said?
That's what I heard you say,
Yes,
Jim.
That's what you said, which is times 12.
It's less than 60.
I think he said 4,000, so I think it's 4,800. I'm gonna give him that credit. So it's 4,000, which ends up being 48. 48,000 a year, almost 10 years. So my God, he's made almost $500,000 in a decade this way, and not one dime went to restitution for the poor people. Is my math right here, everybody?
I think it's a little off, Judge. Would you thought for you?
He says he makes 200.
Right. So 4,800 a year.
No, it's 4,800 a year.
Right. Times 10.
So-
So
Which is
40,000.
4,800 a year, not 48,000. 4,800 a year, right?
Right. Right.
Okay. And this has been 10 years, so that's 48,000
Right.
over a decade.
Right.
But not one dime has gone back. And he's paid a total of 1,000,
$421.
1,420. Where'd all the other monies go?
2 years. I think 2 years.
How old are the children?
I don't know. 1 year old, 1 year old.
Okay. How about them? What happens to them when you go to prison? Do you care?
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right.
You know, that's where we're headed.
My daughter had dialysis.
Sir?
My daughter had dialysis.
Yeah, so you don't follow your rules of probation, so you end up going to prison. Whose fault is that? It is. Meanwhile, you've got responsibilities at home and children who need care. Where's the mother of the child?
She's there.
She what?
I said she's there.
Is she employed? Well, she works in the house. Homemakers have a responsibility, and it's generally hard work. All right. What's state asking for?
Judge, reading through the original PSI, the fact that this burglary building was a break into a pharmacy, and it was out of the kindness of the individual that owes the restitution. He made a recommendation that this young man not get any jail time then. I would have actually harped on it at the time because of the circumstances, but he didn't meet those needs. He's young. Hopefully he'll turn himself around, but I think what's appropriate here, because this is a state jail and the facts of the original charges, that we give him a sentence of a year state jail time.
How much do you have? How much money do you have to pay the victim today? And do you have some money squirreled away somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know how much on there on my phone. I got money on my phone.
I'm sorry.
I got money on my phone. I don't know.
What does that mean?
Like on the app. Apple Pay.
How much is that?
I don't know how much on there.
Like, about how much?
Like $200 or $300 money on it.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find, if there's nothing further, I'm going to find that there is sufficient evidence supporting this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation, to grant it by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, as allegation 2 has been proven true, that the defendant has failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing moral recognition therapy again. And this is after we had taken this up a few years ago and found it true. The defendant has nonetheless had an opportunity to do it and has not essentially put in any effort in moral recognition therapy over the course of his term of probation, which is now 9.5 years, over 9.5 years. All right, so this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation is hereby granted. Earlier in this case, the defendant pleaded guilty voluntarily. He was mentally competent to do so. You understood and appreciated the consequences of pleading guilty. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted at that hearing to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. We instead placed you on deferred or unadjudicated probation. That deferred or unadjudicated probation is hereby revoked. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this underlying state jail felony of burglary of a building. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the state jail for a term of 2 years.
For more real courtroom breakdowns, subscribe now, because sometimes the biggest mistake isn't the original crime. It's refusing to take responsibility afterward. And this hearing showed exactly why.